I wanted to just add on a couple of things that I do when I play OCS solitaire. It's a lot to manage. So one thing that I don't worry too much about the fog of war. For one, I very likely will forget what's in a stack, you know, a few minutes later. So I don't worry too much about that. And I help myself as a player by keeping important things on top. I don't try to hide them because I got to be able to find them, and I'm playing both sides, and I do try to do an adequate job on both sides. Um, the other thing that I do is I don't always follow the sequence of play, you know, super strictly like in a competitive way. Partly because depending on the size of the scenario, but even a small one map scenario has so much stuff going on that I tend to divide the battlefield into quadrants, and I will run, a number of I'll string a number of segments together, and then I'll do the same thing a little bit farther north. I just do that because it makes it a lot easier playing solitaire, and I'm not super strict about following everything perfectly closely. I will go out of order a little bit, and just try to keep it in order in the area of the map that I'm in. So it's just a couple of things that help me out when I'm trying to play this, because there's a lot to keep track of. There's a lot of moving pieces, and I'm not going to cheat myself. So that's just wanted to mention that. So now I'm on to the Soviet part of turn 2. This is the October 5th, 1941 turn. And so I'm able to refit the aircraft at Bryansk. It only costs 1 token to do that. I've got 3 infantry divisions that are continuously, threatened from being cut off, as well as a light tank that's south of Bryansk. So I just try to move them toward the headquarters, but what I end up doing is deploying a couple of tree bark soup markers to keep these units in supply. Yes, the marker will then go to the German player, but it's what I have to do. And then for combat, I decided to launch my rocket artillery at the 17th Panzer Division, which is the biggest threat to Bryansk right now. And I got, it's very expensive to fire these. It costs 2 supply points, but it's a 75-point barrage. So I ended up leaving the stack disorganized with the 139 Panzer Battalion and the artillery unit that is underneath it. So that was a success. I really am not able to do a whole lot more, so I'm just kind of keeping my options open and waiting to see what's going to happen on turn 3. I wanted to just make a comment about one of the special rules, because I was thinking, it would have been nice to be able to use rail capacity to move some units from the west back into Orel and Mitensk to really, provide some level of defense there. But there is a rule in the special rules called Stalin's no retreat commands. And basically, you can't do this strategic type movement from west to east until November 1st, or until the Germans get so far that it's a no-brainer. You have to be able to do this. So in this scenario, I believe that I can't do that. So made it easy for the Germans to capture those. I mean, somewhat easy, but I think they're still going to have a hard time getting into Bryansk without a little bit of luck. They're going to have to throw the kitchen sink in, I think. But anyway, we'll see. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.